Hi Tolene, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Yes.
So I know that the Malta Tourism Authority has been very proactive in supporting agents throughout the pandemic. So tell us more about some of these initiatives.
So we kind of took the pandemic time to try and reach as many people as possible. Normally, we actually had a trade trainer join 1st of April, so that was planned pre-pandemic, that we were going to focus heavily on the travel agents and training. So with everything that took place, we moved everything online like everyone else, and we created a number of webinars that comprised of 8 different themes. So there's 2 webinars a month, one as a general introduction and the other one bringing on some stakeholders from Malta to talk a little bit more in depth about the different themes. And those were pretty well attended. They were recorded and then obviously put onto our Facebook group. We started the Facebook trade group back in, I think, January. And we've got over 1,000 members there. So it's a great platform for us to share information. And in this time, it was a great platform for us to just share whatever news snippets that there were that would help the travel agents with answering questions and being able to sell.
What were some of the core themes on the webinar program?
So we focused on gastronomy, which was one of the themes, and we're pushing that quite hard because just before lockdown, I think it might have been mid to end February, we had 3 Michelin star restaurants awarded to us for the first time in the history of Malta. And then lockdown happened and we kind of lost that enthusiasm around these restaurants. So we had adventure, we had culture, we had the gastronomy, we had within adventure, we had the diving, so we kind of looked at everything that Malta has to offer, and it's a great way for us to help the agents change their perception of Malta. We've done really well in the consumer space, that Malta is not that older generation retiree kind of travel. It really does speak to everybody. And there's so many agents, and just trying to get to all of them to let them know that Malta is open for any kind of traveler, if it's couples, LGBTQ plus, we number 1 on the Rainbow Index, and families with older children. We don't have the fly and flop adventure theme parks or anything. We've got Popeye's Village, which is great. They filmed Popeye there with Robin Williams, and also adventure, soft and medium adventure, no jumping off a bridge and all that kind of stuff. It's a bit more your horse riding, your cycling, Segway tours, quad bike tours, and then you've got the scuba diving.
Yes, I know that it's a huge hotspot for diving because the water is so clear. Having been there myself, it's that azure blue that people look for.
We keep finding new wrecks. We keep bringing new wrecks open to the public. So it's almost like we've created this little bit of underwater tourism. And you can get your PADI license from the age of 10 in Malta, as opposed to, I think it's 13, the rest of the world. We are number 1 in Europe, the number 1 best diving spot in Europe, which is great. And we've held that title for quite some time, but it's just, as you say, these beautiful clear waters, and it's something different, exploring the shipwrecks, the World War II plane wrecks, and just some natural areas as well. It just gives the diver something totally different.
Yeah. And going back to the gastronomy, what kind of cuisine can people expect from these Michelin star restaurants?
We've got our Mediterranean type of cuisine, which with a bit of an Italian influence, a little bit of an African influence. So it's difficult to say because it's very uniquely Malta. It's some traditional dishes such as your rabbit. We've got some traditional cheese. I'm pronouncing it Jbenja cheese that's made in Malta. So it's a bit obviously of fine dining, but with that proper Mediterranean Maltese twist to it, and really incredible. Malta is becoming very well known for our food scene. We've got some wine farms. As small as the destination is, we've got a number of wine farms that you can't actually buy the wines internationally. And there's some really, really good wines there. So pairing the food, that really Michelin-style restaurant food with these incredible wines as well, is quite unique. So yeah.
And we have to touch on the sunshine element. So I think it's 300 days of sunshine a year. Is that correct?
Yeah, over 300 days of sunshine.
Over 300 days of sunshine. So how would you expect agents to sell the destination and particularly encourage clients to go in 2021 when, fingers crossed, we have that all-important vaccine?
Yeah, so we're quite well known for a winter sun destination, which I think obviously very popular in the summer, in the peak period. It does get quite hot, being the Med. So if your clients are want a little bit less simmering and more easygoing, then looking at those almost shoulder seasons, which we're trying to push. Again, we very hard focus on sustainability and eco travel, etc. So moving away from your July, August kind of peak travel into our September, October, November, kind of December, and pushing into the winter sun. So you're still looking at temperatures now of, they were saying it's cooling down to 23 degrees. That's midsummer here, really.
Yeah, it really is. That's a good day for us. Yeah.
You do obviously get the Med weather, so it could be beautiful and then all of a sudden just rain, but that, rain, everyone welcomes rain.
Cools everything down slightly.
Yeah. So at any time of the year, it's good to travel to Malta. So if you're looking for a bit of low season, obviously 2021 is going to be very different. We're not going to have the massive numbers traveling globally that we did in 2019. So it will be a bit more quiet, but we've got Gozo. So we don't only have the main island of Malta, we've got the sister island of Gozo. So if the agent's clients are wanting something a bit more open spaced with less feeling of crowds, or built up, then Gozo is great. They've got these incredible farmhouses that date back hundreds and hundreds of years, and are beautifully done up, and it's like your own little farm stay. And Malta's a 15-20 minute ferry ride away, so
lovely.
It's great.
And it's easily accessible to get to all the islands.
Yeah, so from Gozo, you've got a connection. You can get to Camino, which is a very small island. There's one hotel on the island, which isn't open at the moment, but you've got the beautiful beaches just on Camino. So it's going there just to go to the beach. And
a day trip then, essentially.
Yes, I would say that. And then base yourself in Gozo and ferry across to go and spend the day at the three cities or Valletta, or just experiencing Malta, and come back. And it's so easy to get around. Our uniqueness is that we are small, but we pack so much into it, and you don't feel like you are crowded. And the fact that you've got this beautiful weather as well, you can go and explore in the morning, come back, have a beautiful lunch somewhere, and then just come and relax at your pool or relax by the beach, or just kind of take it to, and the most incredible sunsets from anywhere on the islands.
Oh, great. So for a typical week-long vacation, would you recommend staying on Gozo, doing a boat trip to the main island and then spending a few nights there, or what would you recommend?
Well, let's see. If your clients are couples that want to go away and explore the culture and historical side, then I'd say put them in Malta as the mainstay, and do day trips through to Gozo to go and experience the more outdoor adventure side. Because you've got in Malta, you have got more of a lot of the restaurants, and especially if they're staying in Valletta in some of the boutique hotels. So depending on the client, say if you've got families with middle kids, sort of 9, 10 upwards, they might want to stay in a little bit more buzzy area. So we'd look at staying more on the coast of Malta. and then again doing day trips. But you've got your families that might just want time out, you know, and kind of slow things down, or any of your clients that want to go away and just break away from everywhere. Then put them in Gozo for 3 nights, experience Gozo, experience the open adventures, etc., and then move them into Malta. It's very easy, it's quick, it's not mass amount of travel, and they almost feel like they've had this little twin center holiday within a small space. And then they can spend the rest of the time in Malta, or vice versa if they want to end off in Gozo and just decompress before heading back to the UK.
Sounds perfect. And we know that UK arrivals make up a quarter of Malta's international visitors. So how has the travel ban affected the island's tourism industry? And is there any positive outcome, such as, you know, the wildlife is thriving, or new infrastructure, cleaner environment? Are there any positives that we can take from the lack of tourists?
Yes, there are. I mean, it's been hard because tourism is one of our key economic drivers within Malta. So it's been hard watching things shut down and sort of just quieten down like anywhere else in the world. However, what the Malta Tourism Authority did was took this time to not just sit there and, you know, woe betide us, and actually took whatever funds that we were saving from our marketing and advertising, because obviously you pull everything when people can't travel, and they reinvested in upskilling everyone in the tourism industry. So they offered out with, I think it's Oxford University, they offered out various courses, anything from customer service up to marketing, digital, and anyone within the service industry could apply to attend these courses. So put a lot of, I think it was about 5.6 million euros that they put into that particular project, which I think is incredible for a destination to do.
It's a great use of the time and investment.
Yeah. I mean, and really anyone, I mean, restaurant managers, waiters, reception, concierge, everyone got a chance and opportunity to get onto any one of these courses that they were interested in. And then not only that, we also put money into some of the hotel upgrades. So looking to just, you know, help the hotels in this downtime when they actually could, because we've always been so busy in the past. There's just never been a downtime to kind of shut doors and refurbish. So there've been a couple of refurbishments. We had some new hotels open, and then all the, like little things, little fixing up some of the roads and fixing up some of the tourism, kind of sprucing things up a little bit. You know, if you can imagine little elves going around Malta and cleaning up. It was so wonderful to see that we took whatever we could and put back into the destination so that we can be absolutely ready for our international visitors. So when July 15th came, we're like, yay! And then that lasted 2 weeks.
Yes, it was very short-lived, but hopefully everyone's saying, you know, 2021, things are going to be different. We now have the vaccine that's hopefully going to be rolled out to everyone. So things should be looking up for places like Malta, I would hope. Can you name some of your must-do activities or experiences when we can all travel again?
Yes. I don't know where to start. There's so many. So for me, the Valletta definitely is a must-see with the St. John's Cathedral. It's just going in there is so amazing and exquisite. And then you can view the Caravaggio. So that to me was like a total, you know, that's definitely a must. There are a few little nuggets that we're trying to bring to the forefront, and we're trying to discover a lot more, is visiting like a beekeeper. You know, if you look at especially under gastronomy, farm to table kind of thing, visiting where the raw Maltese honey comes from. We don't import that. It's complete and utter Maltese bees, basically. So you can actually go with a beekeeper and spend time with him and see the whole process. So little nuggets like that is where I think it's ideal for your clients to just experience the real authentic Malta.
That's similar to the wine tours as well, isn't it?
Yes.
You don't import Maltese wine.
Yeah, I mean, you get to meet the local owners, and I mean, they're all completely involved. And also we do pan our own salt. I think that's the term. So, and it's all natural. So we've got these beautiful salt pans. It's all natural off the sea, and it's been done for hundreds and hundreds of years, and through the family. And in season, you can actually go and have a picnic out there, and it's something different. It's something so absolutely unique. And I think for me, I haven't done it yet, but what I do think people should do is we've got these little golf carts around the 3 cities called the Rolling Geeks. So you drive yourself around the 3 cities, and you have the audio telling you everything. So you've got your little map and everything, but if you can just imagine a family, you know, driving these little golf carts around these teeny tiny little streets in and out, and it's so much fun.
Yes, I can imagine.
To explore something.
Yeah, great for kids, like a little go-kart.
Yeah. Yeah, they can join our Facebook group. All the information's there, and then from there they can obviously get onto the online training. There is a little bit on our online training that is an opening session, so it kind of gives you all the information on Malta reopening and all the safety guidelines and the COVID guidelines and that. And I think that's quite vital for people to understand what is expected and what their clients can expect when they do come into Malta. So we've made sure that the agents have got all the information there.
Perfect. Thanks so much again.
All right. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.